Profits down, sales are down, and dealerships are really struggling. Prices are just insane right now, and the average person is in over $6,000 in negative equity. They owe more than the car is worth. It's a bad situation. The average credit card debt, over $6,000. The average car payment, over $700. So I think a car market crash is happening because wholesale prices are starting to come down dramatically, and as wholesale prices come down, that means it's going to hit retail in a few months. It just takes some time, and banks are starting to notice that people are not making their car payments because they're increasing their loan loss provision. Also, what's aligned with that? Repossessions, because repossessions have spiked 23% this year compared to last year. So it all kind of spirals into one thing: is dealerships were overcharging and car prices have increased so much. And also, I mean, the dollar has lost a lot of value. It's inflation has hit everybody in every segment of life. So it's a bad situation all around. But an $80,000 pickup truck, a $100,000 pickup truck, these things are becoming normal at a Ford, at a Chevy, at any dealership, and that's not normal. The average person can't buy that, and we're not looking at it. We're looking at a normal vehicle. We're not looking at a Ferrari, a McLaren. We're looking at something normal, and that's why people are so shocked. You go to a GMC dealership, there's multiple vehicles over $100,000. It's just not realistic, and that's where these CEOs need to really start thinking. But all these things are going on, and car repossessions spiking dramatically. And I've heard from a few repo people, they actually say they haven't seen it yet. They thought there was going to be a huge wave. I just think there might not be. There might be so many drivers that were waiting because repossessions have spiked at the end of the day. That's a fact. And then also 500-day plus old vehicles sitting on lots. That's becoming pretty normal for new vehicles. When I was in the car business, I was in it before COVID, after, during, and basically 500-day old cars, when it came to new cars, it never happened at any car lot I worked at except on a certified pre-owned vehicle. But a new vehicle, it never happened. Now it's happening to new vehicles. New vehicles are literally 500 plus days old at a car lot. It's a real problem. And think about that car sitting 500 days. First of all, that's not good for any vehicle to sit that long. Think about it. Rotting, this, that, bugs, this, all this, paint. I mean, it's going to not be it's 500 days old. It's 2 years old, basically. So it's just a horrible, horrible situation. And the negative equity is the bad thing, because people will buy cars. People will be stupid. But whenever you're 6,000, 7,000, 10,000 in negative equity, the dealership can only do so much. They can't get you approved. So these uneducated people, or just people that love to spend their money whenever they don't really have it, or they shouldn't financially, and none of this is financial advice. I'm just saying, from my understanding, logically speaking, whenever they have high interest loans, all this stuff going on, they're $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 in negative equity. The dealership cannot get you approved. So they come in, they get declined. It's so common. And you guys, a lot of the people watching this are like, I can't even understand it, because a lot of these people are smart. You guys know what you're doing. You guys don't buy cars every year, or get in situations where you're paying 21% interest on an auto loan. But a lot of people do. It's very common, and it's a really bad situation. And these people come into dealerships and get declined on a daily basis. And we used to call them get me dones, because a lot of times they would just say, can you get me in anything? I'll take any car. But I will say, once you get them approved, normally they're like, hey, I don't want that car. Can I get this car? It's cooler. Well, no, we're barely able to get you done on this one. But it's just a horrible situation, because the interest rate's so high on them. And that's the thing. These people are paying 22, 23, 24% interest. That's insane. The average interest on a new car right now is over 6%. That's just the average. I think that's like the good range right now. And it's insane. New and used is even worse. It's up to 12. So just definitely shop around, do your research. There are some good deals on rates, but financing a depreciating asset like a car is just never a smart idea, in my opinion. And none of this is financial advice, but you're financing a depreciating asset and you're paying interest on that. But if you're able to get a low interest rate and put the money in a high yield savings account and make up the difference, hey, I get that. You know what I mean? And cars are cool. I like V8s. I like big engines. I like fast cars, I mean, I can't blame you. I like fast cars, but just don't be too stupid. 21%, that's insane. And banks know that people are not making their car payments because loan loss provisions are getting increased. And that's why I think next year car prices are going to keep going down. So what does that mean? These dealerships have all this inventory, all this money just going down in value. And dealerships, they owe money on those vehicles. They're paying interest. So they're paying interest on a depreciating asset, and dealerships are taking a hit at the same time. And so they're having to move units quicker. But guess what? Customers aren't buying units quicker. So I think a market crash really is happening. I think it's a big problem, and I think there's nothing they can do about it because the auto manufacturers screwed up by increasing their prices. Dealerships wanted all the money during 2020, 21, 22. So they put all these customers in bad situations. Everybody's upside down in their cars. Manufacturers want all this money. It's just everybody's pulling from every single end, and there's nothing you can do about it. And customers are screwed, and the car market is screwed. It's a bad situation. So let me know what you think, because in my opinion, I think there's a car market crash, and I think it's begun again, and I think it's bad. So let me know what you think. Leave a comment, like, subscribe. Stay blessed, and have a great day.